Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do Tekken 7 online gameplay with Sergei Dragunov. Now he's one of my favorites and I cannot wait to show you guys. So real quick, for every 100 subscriber this channel gets, I'm going to do a $100 giveaway to one lucky subscriber through PayPal or Cash App or Venmo. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so and hit the like button down below. And remember, any donations, big or small, will help the channel grow. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you. All right, here we go. So let's get to know, Dragunov real quick. So let's start by his full name. So his full name is Sergei Dragunov. He is also known as the White Angel of Death. Now, if that's not a cool code name or alias, I don't know what is. That's a badass fucking name. Now, his fighting style is Commando Sambo. His origin is from Russia. Now, I'm not sure about his age. It says here he's 26, but I think that was back when he first started. So I'm sure he's like 30 by now in Tekken 7. But I'm just gonna go off what I'm reading here. So he said his age is 26. Now, he was first introduced in Tekken 5, right? The Dark Resurrection, as one of the two new characters, and the other one being Lily. Funny you should mention that's one of the opponents I'm fighting right now. Now, and has Alright, so let's dive into his personality real quick. Now, Dragunov is very cold, calculating, and completely impassive when fighting his opponents. Aside from, a few lines of dialogue, Dragunov is an elective mute, speaking only a few words throughout the whole entire series. This tends to either annoy, confuse, or even unsettle the other characters as seen in the scenario's campaign dialogue. He served his motherland with utmost diligence and loyalty. Oh, yeah, I didn't think she was gonna grab me, bro. Alright, so let me see here. It says his motherland with most diligence and loyalty. He follows orders when given. He's also enjoys singing as a hobby. Now, I did not see that coming. As seen as his winning animation where he's humming while walking away from his defeated opponents. Despite not being necessarily evil, Dragunov is very unreadable. Now, he shows little or to none interest in socializing with others and only focuses on the mission at hand. He shows no mercy towards his enemies or opponents, and if provoked enough, he will kill them if they're jeopardizing the mission. Because of these qualities, even his allies tend to be intimidated by his presence. Yeah, I'll clearly stay away from that guy. Now, if we go to the story mode in Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection, now it says here, let me see here, is the prologue text. The prologue text. A frozen land buried in a dense subarctic fortress while undergoing a geological research in preparation for the development of nature resource, and let me see here. An object is discovered below the permafrost. Now, I definitely butchered that word. The military quickly calls its special forces into action, and the entire area is completely sealed off. The mysterious object is then transferred under absolute secrecy to a research facility to go further study. A month later, a military headquarters received an investigation report regarding the mysterious object and decided to order one of the men working at the dig on a classified mission, and that man is Dragunov, as a member of the elite special forces team who is feared in the battlefront throughout the whole world as the White Angel of Death. Love that name. It says here he's acknowledged the mission with a silent nod and leaves for Japan. Interesting. Got her with the special. Nice. Now that's how you end the match. Now, going to Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection of the ending, right? It says the ending description. Scientists working for the Russian government had the Devil Jin inside a water tank. Dragunov gives them the signal to start. Activating the tank, and electricity flows from the tank. The Devil Jin inside to a similar one on the opposite side of the room is filling the opposite tank with the many bubbles. As the double Jin screams in pain, two glowing demonic eyes can be seen in the tank of the opposite on the opposite side of the room. Now in Tekken 6, the prologue text, it says Sergei Dragunov received orders from the Russian military command to capture the organism known as the Devil. Now, in pursuit of this mission, he successfully infiltrates the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5. Okay, we know that much. Now, let me see what it says here. But was unable to locate the organism. The Russians was in complete disorder with the what it says here. I thought it said rampage for a moment, but now it says rampant evil distributions of all to believe that caused by the covert action of the Mishima Saibatsu operative. Now it says here, commissioned to suppress the nation's unrest, Dragunov spent quite some time fighting across the country without any hesitation to stop the Mishima Saibatsu, including the Russian government. Now the leaders decided to overthrow their leaders, Jin Kazama, and decided to put a bounty on his head before anything gets worse. Oh shit, so now he's a marked man. Now, he was eventually called back by the Russian military in order to infiltrate the King of Iron Fist Tournament 6 to crush the Mishima Saibatsu. Dragunov embarked once again for Japan. Now it says here the ending description. It says the Russian military has Azazel captured, and Dragunov signals them to haul them into to haul it in. Suddenly a plane shows up and Raven jumps out from it. Oh, that's right, Raven. Yeah, Master Raven. Well, no, Master Raven is the girl. So yeah, just Raven. Now extracting a magnetic color orb out of Zazuzel. He then makes his escape back to the plane with the soldiers shooting at him, and unknown to Raven, a charge has been slipped into the plane, and Dragunov detonates it with a smirk. Yep, he blows up the plane. Now, in Raven's story, he actually just gets away. But since this is Dragunov ending, he planted a bomb and he blew his airplane. Yeah, I remember that one. Okay, so now in Tekken 7, right, the ending and intro. Now it says here, Sergei Dragunov entered the King of Iron Fist tournament on the army's orders at the designated arena. Of his first match, a woman appeared before him. There was something strange, familiar about her. It didn't take Dragunov long enough to figure out who she was, and he wasted no time readying himself for combat. Now, the ending description: after defeating Master Raven, that's the chick with the dreadlocks, Dragunov orders one of his soldiers, military tankers, to shoot at her with a single missile. As his opponent burned in a blaze of fire, Dragunov walks away chuckling to himself and smirks at the camera. Damn, this guy's just plain up evil. Okay, so some of his other appearances now was in the live-action Tekken movie. I think it was in 2010. Now, I personally have not seen this movie due to the fact that whenever they try to make live-action movies on animes or games, they always mess it up some way, somehow. I don't even want to talk about how bad they did the Dragon Ball movie. Like, I never even seen it, but just the trailer alone just pissed me off. Like, I don't even want to watch that movie. Now, some of the other appearances Dragunov has made now was in the Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Now, his profile says here, a Russian soldier who bears the mysterious name White Death, which I don't like. I like the other nickname that they have for him. Having received special orders to bring down the Mishima Saibatsu, the very source of the war itself, he heads to the Far East. He rarely ever speaks, and many of his confidants claim they never heard his voice. That's crazy. Now, in the Tekken Tag Tournament 2 ending, now it says here, Dragunov entered his office, having received a special package from Dr. Boskonovich, which I probably butcher his last name. Inside the box is an Alicia model android. Now, And in instruction sheets, Dragunov attempts to put the android together, only for something to impel his progress each time, such as the android falling apart, being unable to connect certain limbs to certain sockets, and eventually activating Alicia's jet boosters. Yeah, I remember that. Now, after somehow getting Alicia's head stuck to her hips, Dragunov refers to the instruction one last time, having noticing the red button inside the compartment in her right thigh. Dragunov presses the set button only to trigger a massive explosion, a device that causes a large-scale explosion visible for a few miles. Naturally, throughout the whole movie, right, Dragunov's expression does not change. This guy's like a stone cold face killer, bro. Like his facial expressions did not change, and he says nothing regarding his predicament as well. This guy's fucking crazy, bro. All right, so since this is the last fight of the video, let's get into some trivia real quick. So it says here, although mostly silent in the series Dragunov scenario campaign dialogues in Tekken 7, when posted indicates that he is perfectly capable of speaking and even enjoys singing outside of battle. He just does not wish to speak most of the time, right? We know this already. So far in the series, Dragunov has only spoken 8 lines of dialogue, and all which are in the scenario campaign, and 2 of them are which were only single word sentences. Only 8 times throughout the whole series. That's crazy. Let me see what else it says here. Now, Dragunov is one of the 2 characters that work for the government rather than a private company. The other one is Lei Wulong. Okay. Now it says here in Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection. Now it says here it is still currently unknown what the entity in Dragunov's Dark Resurrection ending is. Speculation leads that the entity to be Azazel's Devil Kazuya or the Devil inside Jin. But paying particular attention to the ending section of the clip, it's possible to know a similarity between its silhouette and, oh shit, the grandfather, right? The silhouette and Jinpanchi. This may mean that the model of Jinpanchi was used for the entity, but not that it actually is Jinpanchi in terms of the storyline. And since it was kept unrecognizable, the recent speculation even suggested that the entity may be a newcomer, like Gigas. But Gigas was made in the lab, though. That was the extraction from the Double Jin. In any case, well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. See you guys on the next one. Take care.